Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we're back with another lucky dip. This is where we collect a bunch of random mods that have nothing in common, but they're all worthy of your attention, and hopefully your load order. Let's jump straight into it with an essential new mod, the lip sync fix. Just as its name suggests, the mod fixes a long time issue of NPC lip syncing. It's one of those things that have been broken for so long that you might have even forgot it was an issue. But if you look at the before and after with the mod, you can see just how drastically out of sync they were. It's most noticeable at the end of the sentence, when the audio has ended but the NPC lips still move. If we freeze frame when the audio ends, you can see the mouth closed on the modded version, but the mouth still moving and open in vanilla. The mod is an extremely simple plugin that's lightweight, compatible with everything, and can be installed mid-playthrough, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't have it installed. And once you do, you won't want to play Skyrim without it. Next up we have enhanced vanilla trees. It's been a while since we've had any tree or flora mods, so when this one popped up we were pleasantly surprised. The mod aims to improve the vanilla trees by offering enhanced textures and meshes. The author used his knowledge from his other popular mod, UV Tweaks, to double or even sometimes triple the resolution of the tree trunks. And then the new meshes improve the shapes of them, reducing the amount of edges and even allowing for a parallax effect to be applied to the trunks. The end result is extremely noticeable, especially when you're walking through a forest and you can get a closer look at them. But even from afar you can appreciate the upgrade. The textures are less stretchy and blurry and the trunks are more rounded, with the parallax effect giving a nice bumpy aesthetic. The mod also offers optional larger or lush versions of the trees, allowing you to have 50% bigger trees with twice as many leaves on their branches. Again, this is extremely noticeable and other mods have offered similar changes in the past, so we're glad they're included here too. Unfortunately, the mod does come with two downsides. One is that applying the new textures to the trees isn't as straightforward as a simple one-click install. It's possible, but you have to follow the author's instructions on the mod page. The second issue is one that plagues all tree mods, and that's reduced swaying animations to the tree branches. They'll still sway slightly in the wind, but not as much as in vanilla. If you never noticed it in other tree mods, then it probably won't be an issue. All in all, the mod performs well and we really like what it offers. We've been using the Flora overhaul for so long that we'll probably be switching to this just to mix things up a bit. Jumping to something completely different, we have the Gifts of Akatosh. This is a full armor and weapon set that some of you might recognise. It was one of the initial paid mods available through Steam, but now that that's all over, the authors have decided to re-release it on the Nexus. The mod offers 10 custom items, including all of the main armor pieces, as well as a shield, dagger, axe, warhammer and a sword. All of them are of a high quality and they fit alongside the vanilla sets. Some of the detailing could be better and there's a couple of minor clipping issues, but despite that it still looks great. To get your hands on it you'll have to craft it, which can only be done at the Skyforge under the steel section. It also requires a new type of metal called the Blessed Metal of Akatosh. You can get this in two ways. There's a chest behind High Hrothgar that the Greybeards fill every so often with a few ingots, so you can revisit that until you have enough. Or you can simply craft the metal yourself using some steel and silver, mixed with an amulet of Akatosh. All this extra work and cost is well rewarded though, as its stats put it above Daedric. And that's everything you need to know. Honestly, the integration could be better, but we really like how the set looks, so hopefully it gets added to an armor compilation in the future. A few months ago we covered the Fast Loot mod, which offered a Fallout 4 styled fast loot system for Skyrim. However, it came with quite a few bugs and other issues. Thankfully, another similar mod was released called Quick Loot. This also offers a fast loot option for Skyrim, allowing you to simply hover over a container to see what's inside and then loot from it. However, what sets this apart from fast loot is that it achieves this without using any scripts whatsoever, and it works for both keyboards and gamepads. Because it doesn't use scripts, it's also much more responsive and it's essentially on par with how it is in Fallout 4. The quick loot window will open for any non-assigned container, or containers owned by the player. But it doesn't pop up during pickpocketing or when stealing from a container that's owned by an NPC. This way you have to open the full menu before you steal from someone. Recently, another user also released an optional dialogue system pop-up for the interface. So depending on which one you prefer, you can easily switch between them. Or you can toggle the system on or off at any time by simply holding down the weapon draw button for 2 seconds. The mod is also safe to install mid-playthrough, has no impact on performance, and is probably the best Skyrim mod we've seen that's inspired by Fallout 4. And finally we have pretty animated potions and poisons. The last time we did one of these lucky dips, we featured an animated potions mod that a lot of you liked. However, they were also a bit more exotic than some of you were used to, and they didn't really fit into the game world. But now with pretty animated potions and poisons, we have animated versions of the vanilla potions. The mod sticks to the vanilla bottle styles and theme, allowing you to easily recognise a type of potion from afar. But it brings them to life with new animations and it generally makes them feel more magical. When installing the mod, you get to choose between a few different versions. You can have non-animated bottles just to enjoy the tweaked style. You can have thicker glass versions, making the liquid inside seem more contained. And you can have a darker version, which might be more suitable if you're using a bright EMB. So if their new style tickles your fancy, then you can find a link for it, as well as links for all of the other mods down below. And that's the end of today's Spotlight. As always, be sure to leave endorsements on any mod you enjoy. If you're in between playthroughs, then check out g2a.com for some cheap games, and thanks for watching.